Hello class, time for creative writing. We're going to continue talking about sequencing. Sequencing is putting our thoughts in the order that we want them to appear in the story. This is something that you do on your own to help you collect your thoughts so that they can be presented to your reader in a way that's easy to follow. So we've talked about phrases and sentences. What we're going to put in order is just phrases. It's just the quick thoughts that come in our mind that we want to use in our story. After you get your phrases in order, then you can add your extra words or the cheese to make it macaroni and cheese. The very first step of writing a story is gather information. The second step is to write your thoughts in an order that you want them to appear. What's going to happen first in your story, what's going to happen in the middle, and what's going to happen at the end. You get to decide all these things because you are the author. The story that we're going to talk about today is Helping at Home. So if I were to ask you to write a story titled Helping at Home, what are some things that you do at home to help? Well, I have some for you. See if you thought of these. Wipes the table. Sweeps the floor. Carries the dishes. Those are all three actions that you can do to help at home. Again, those are not sentences, but those are thoughts. We're going to put these thoughts in order, and we're going to listen to a story and see how see the order that this author chose to put them in. Listen carefully. Sophia helps her mom clean the kitchen. She carries the dishes to the sink. That was one of the ways that we could help at home. So the author decided that that was going to be her first action. Carries the dishes. So we'll put that by number 1. Wipes off the table. That's her second chore. Wipes off the table. And sweeps the floor. That's the third one. Now, if I just walked up to you and said, carries the dishes, wipes off the table, sweeps the floor, that's not a complete thought. If I asked you to write a story about helping at home, and all you did was write, carries the dishes, wipes off the table, sweeps the floor, that is listing events. You have to add words to it to make a complete thought. And that's what makes it an enjoyable story. So in the story that I read to you, it starts off with Sophia helps her mom clean the kitchen. So I'm going to write that up here. Sophia helps her. Notice I'm leaving a space between each word. Mom. I don't have enough room, so I'm going to my next line. Clean, space, the, space, kitchen. That's the beginning of my story. The middle of my story is going to be how she does that. She, so I know who is doing this, she carries the dishes, comma, wipes off the table, comma, sweeps the floor, period. Now, the author might decide to put another sentence or two to end the story, but this is how the author used her thoughts to put them in order and present them in that order to her reader. Sophia helps her mom clean the kitchen. She carries the dishes, wipes off the table, sweeps the floor. So that is sequencing, taking our thoughts and putting them in order with some extra words to make it a complete thought. Now, your assignment is like it was the other day. In Google Classroom, I have these phrases. Carries the dishes, wipes off the table, sweeps the floor. Those are not complete thoughts. They do not need capital letters. They do not need punctuation. All I want you to do is number your paper 1, 2, 3 and write those phrases to give you practice at thinking through your thoughts carefully and not just throwing everything on the paper however it happens to pop in your mind. Writing a good story takes planning. So read and gather, think and plan. That's what we're doing with the sequencing. And then you write. All right, that is it for today. Do your best. Bye-bye.